Greetings, my relatives. So, this great 13-day cycle coming up where the lords of the light and the lords of the underworld are playing the ball game, the ball game of between life and death, that which is sacred and that which is profane. So we'll start with the day of Hunish, 1 Ish. Ish is that sacred place, this sanctuary, that is the goddess. She is protected by the jaguar priests, the jaguar beings. There's some powerful guardians to 1 Ish. So here is the question for us, is like, what is sacred? And between now and 13 days from now is 13 Keme, 13 deaths, the lords of the underworld in their fullness. But right in the middle of this story is 7 Akpu, the lords of the light. They got to go through that sacred ground, the divine ground of the goddess of life, like Mother Earth takes that. So Mother Earth will have this sacred journey into us. Is she sacred enough for us to take care of it, or is there going to be death? Is it all going to go into the underworld? Are we going to lose it towards the darkness, the confusion, all that is happening today in part of the world? In another part, the lords of the light are like, no, embracing that which is sacred. And for many, that is their journey to be in this underworld, to be in chaos, to be in this trouble, to have the controls of the lords of the underworld. They're going to have their full power coming up this week, this whole 13-day cycle. So Hunish, it starts to be the journey in through the garden, through the medicines, through the goddesses of the moon, goddesses of life, the ones who birth the light itself. And so we find ourselves in 7 days after today is 7 Akpu. They're watching, they're being present, they're going through the journey of the sacred journey of self-discovery. Because 8 days from now it will be Wakshaki Imush, 8 Imush. So now we start to think, what is sacred? Is this what is worth living for? Do we have the intelligence to correct ourselves? Not because there's some systems to apply or the force over others, and so many things are in discord. There are in conflict. But Wakshaki Imush is like, can we find solutions through all this? Because what is sacred can end up in 13 Keme, in the hands of the underworld. And we see now the powers that be is just, wow, so chaotic, so forcefully, demanding. And if you don't, they'll cage you up, they'll kill you, they'll, all kinds of stuff that the lords of the underworld are willing to do. And so can we stand there and through our prayer, through our connection to life, navigate through this and be creative on the Wakshaki Imush, the 8 Imush. We got to complete, we got to understand what is it that we got to be smart about to find solutions to our world. The things that we created is not from the lords of the underworld. It's not from the lords of light, but to destroy the forest, to pollute the waters, enslave humanity, imprison them in cages, and these networks that are being applied. Is that what Creator wanted for this earth? Is that what Mother Earth is happy about? Us trashing everything and killing all the species and on and on and on. And we all know what's happening. So the Lords of the Light are standing there like, okay, we'll be there as a reminder, we'll be there as staffs of light, of searching for the connection to creation, and then trying to sustain it, to live through this cycle. This is powerful. Because the 9 breaths, the 9 winds, the 9 spirits, it has to birth something different. It's got to birth a different reality than this. I know most of humanity is starting to question, are we supposed to be under the yoke of these systems? They don't really care about us. We're just a subject of use. We are a resource to be managed. Why they're so afraid of people being free to think and feel and be themselves? Because they will have no power, they'll have none of their great wealth, and but humanity, they say 99% is suffering because of that 1%. And so can we connect to the Spirit? Can we again search what the real connection to each other is and to creation? Not some interpretation of what God is, or how God speaks, or what His name, or how we worship, but spiritual oneness with the universe in its billions of expressions. And they're all to be respected and honored and blessed and celebrated. Because the 10 days from now will be 10 Akabal. What can we structure in this? Can we get out of these dark corridors? A cabal can be very dark. The houses of chaos and sickness and confusion and war. And in this society, that's what their specialties are. War and genocide and the darkness of the real drugs, what they create, these diseases they make in laboratories, and then they disperse them so they make money. And wow, what? But they are in their element. That's who they are. That we gotta acknowledge that that's what they are, the dark force of the universe. And so this is a powerful one, because at the end of this 13 days is 13 Keme. Can we transform in a good way? Can we make it through? Because the very next day is Hunkiech. The Bedouin people will start to manifest what they've been gifted by the universe. Let's get through this week first. Remember, what is sacred? There's the Lords of the Light there to support us right in the middle of that altar. Like when right now we're just getting ready to give up, surrender. Oh my God, I can't do this anymore. It's so confusing. It's like, or engage in this crazy things, and the death is there, and there's no life after this one. Engaging in the dark. These people, they might have the wealth and the satisfaction of inflicting pain and suffering to much of humanity, but they won't get away with that in the spirit world. Yeah. And so the Lords of the Light are there right in the middle at the 7th place, top of the pyramid, to remind, have faith, endure, keep going, to connect to the light, to connect to the spiritual. And it's gonna be a journey here. So blessings and beauty, and I'll see you on the other side.